Hi guys, welcome back to the 2016 Sema show. Today's episode is all about beauties and power. And power you need to stand out of the crowd this year. 500 horsepower? 700? 1500? Now we're talking. We've even seen a 2000 horsepower SUV. So let's have a look. Hi Aaron, I just had a look at this Nomad and it's just wild. And you built it, tell me more about it.
Yeah, so Ron came to us originally and he wanted to chop the top a couple inches. He wanted to do a newer type of motor. He wanted 4 bucket seats and a console down the middle and independent rear suspension. And then other than that, he was very up to us being creative and coming out with ideas, and we just run them by him and he hardly ever said no to anything. So we just kept rolling and we ended up with this.
Wow. I'm sorry to ask, but who asked you to chop 57 Nomad?
Well, he did, which, most people think it's a pretty big undertaking,
Yeah.
which it is. It's a lot of work, but, that's what we do.
And how often do you chop a Nomad?
A Nomad, this is the first one, but we have chopped probably about 30 different cars.
Can you tell us more about the engine and the drivetrain?
Yeah, so it has the newer LS motor, an LS7.
From the Corvette?
Yeah, from the Corvette, the Z06 motor, 427 cubic inch, and it has a 4L80 4-speed automatic transmission.
Okay.
And then we've got an Art Morrison chassis that we bought with no rear suspension, and then we installed a Dutchman IRS independent rear suspension. Okay. Yeah, and everything's chrome, and it's all, the bottom of the car looks as nice and as finished as the top side of the car.
Okay. How much horsepower do you get from the Corvette engine?
It's factory, and so it's 505 horsepower.
That's plenty enough.
Which is plenty, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I know you guys worked on the interior also.
The big thing that we did is the gauge cluster in the front. So usually the 57 just has the single gauge and then a gauge on each side. Well, we extended it 2 over, but we did it in such a way where it looks factory. And then we took the dash and we swept it down into the console, and we found this really neat textured checkerboard type material that we used throughout the inside of the car. And then we built a lot of these custom garnish moldings.
One last thing, the paint job is fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
We took care of this.
Yeah, that was Ben Conley, and we used House of Color paint on it, and it turned out great. Yeah.
Congratulations. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right,
All right.
thanks. Guys, I don't know what to think about this GT-R with a 1970 Mustang body. Kind of like it, but one thing's for sure, it's going to piss off quite a few Mustang guys. I love mopars, and I found the best one of this year's Sema show. And Doug built it. Come on, Doug. Tell me everything about it.
Well, it's a 1970 Charger. The biggest thing we did is we chopped the roof 3 inches, and then we went and took a section out in midsection of the body 3 inches, and actually brought the car down 6 inches, and then put it on air ride, which also bring it down another 5 inches. That's the biggest feature of the outside.
Okay.
But
what about the engine?
Well, the engine's an R5 NASCAR style motor, putting out 730 horsepower with the 8-stack fuel injection, and we built the headers, all the exhaust, and all the surrounding sheet metal, and all that stuff is all hand formed.
So you pretty much built the whole car using a 1970 body?
Yes, we used the body and we did everything in-house. It never left the shop.
Tell us more about the interior.
Well, the interior, we did a lot of panels also, like we did with the sheet metal on the underside of the hood, and then we wrapped everything else with it. Other than that, it's pretty basic. We got all electronic dashes, but we built everything. We built the dash from scratch.
And when did you finish it?
Well, we finished it right before we left, and we actually did some tuning in the trailer. We got 8 hours in the trailer on the way here.
Nice. Well, typical Sema project. Is this a show car or is it going to be used and abused?
He's gonna use it. He drives his stuff. So yeah, I mean, the car will do 219. He'll probably do 219 in it.
All right, tell us where you are located and the name of the shop.
Okay, well, we're located in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and the name of the shop is ProComp Custom.
Doug, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Love it.
Thank you.
I'll see you next year at the Sema show.
We'll be here.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. What a day, guys. Today's episode was all about beauty and muscle, and I think it's going to be quite hard to beat this 1969 Goolsby Custom Mustang. But we have so much more in store tomorrow, so until then, subscribe, leave your comments, and share. I'll see you tomorrow on OutRun.